Today, we're diving into some major news that's been generating a lot of excitement across the photography world. If you're a fan of medium format cameras or have a soft spot for Hasselblad's legendary craftsmanship, you're definitely going to want to stick around. We're talking about the upcoming Hasselblad X2D II, which is expected to make its official debut around June 2025. For anyone who's been following the evolution of Hasselblad's medium format lineup, this is an exciting time. The original X2D II, which launched in 2022, set a new standard for medium format photography, but it has been due for a significant update, and it looks like that moment is finally near. Today, we'll be exploring what we know so far about the Hasselblad X2D II, what improvements we're hoping to see, and how this camera could push Hasselblad's legacy into a new era. The first clue about the Hasselblad X2D II came from an FCC registration that surfaced in December 2024, under the label HB722. For those unfamiliar, FCC filings are often an early indicator of upcoming camera releases because manufacturers must submit devices for regulatory approval before launch. According to FCC rules, the external images and user manuals for registered devices are kept confidential for 180 days. If we do the math, that timeline places the unveiling right around June 2025, strongly suggesting that's when Hasselblad will officially introduce the X2D II to the world. For photographers who have been eagerly awaiting an upgrade to the X2D I, the wait is almost over. Before we jump into expectations for the Hasselblad X2D II, it's important to take a moment to appreciate everything the original X2D I brought to the table. Released in 2022, the X2D I quickly became a dream camera for professional still photographers. It featured a stunning 100-megapixel BSI CMOS sensor, offering incredible detail, phenomenal dynamic range, and the kind of color fidelity that has long been synonymous with the Hasselblad brand. The camera also introduced a groundbreaking 7-stop in-body image stabilization system, a first for medium-format cameras, which allowed photographers to shoot handheld in conditions that previously would have demanded a tripod. Another major innovation was the inclusion of a generous 1TB internal SSD, eliminating the immediate need for external memory cards. Combined with Hasselblad's natural color solution, which offers true-to-life 16-bit color depth, the X2D I quickly won the hearts of serious photographers everywhere. However, despite its impressive achievements, the X2D I was not without its drawbacks. Two criticisms, in particular, have been consistently raised by users: its relatively slow autofocus system and its complete lack of video recording capabilities. In today's hybrid-focused market, where the ability to seamlessly switch between stills and high-quality video is increasingly expected, these shortcomings made the X2D I feel a bit behind the times, especially when compared to rivals like Fujifilm's GFX series. Now, with the Hasselblad X2D II just on the horizon, what can we expect? While official specs haven't been released yet, we can make some educated guesses based on current industry trends and logical advancements from the original model. First off, it seems highly likely that Hasselblad will retain the 100-megapixel sensor that made the X2D I so beloved. Given the already extraordinary performance in terms of resolution, color depth, and dynamic range, there's no real need for a resolution bump. However, we might see refinements in the sensor's performance, such as better noise handling at higher ISOs, faster readout speeds, and overall improvements in responsiveness. These subtle upgrades could make a big difference, particularly for photographers who work in challenging lighting conditions or demand faster shooting workflows. One area where expectations are especially high is autofocus. The original X2D I offered 294 autofocus points, but the performance in real-world use cases, especially in terms of speed and subject tracking, left much to be desired. With the Hasselblad X2D II, there's hope that the company will implement an entirely new AI-driven autofocus system, leveraging the significant advancements in computational photography we've seen across the industry in recent years. Even if Hasselblad sticks with the same number of autofocus zones, smarter algorithms and faster processing could transform the experience, bringing it more in line with the expectations of modern photographers. Speaking of processing power, one of the major weak points of the original X2D I was its occasionally sluggish performance, particularly noticeable as lag in the electronic viewfinder. Nothing breaks the creative flow quite like having the viewfinder delayed just enough to miss the perfect moment. A next-generation processor in the Hasselblad X2D II could eliminate this issue entirely, offering a much smoother shooting experience, faster file transfers, and improved overall responsiveness. This upgrade in processing muscle could also be the key to unlocking one of the most anticipated features, video capabilities. Yes, you heard that right. There's growing speculation that the Hasselblad X2D II could finally introduce video recording, specifically 4K at 30 frames per second with 10-bit color depth. Some even hope for the addition of a Hasselblad log profile to offer greater flexibility in post-production. Imagine being able to film with that legendary Hasselblad color science. If these rumors turn out to be true, the X2D II could become a serious contender for hybrid shooters who have long admired Hasselblad stills but needed to look elsewhere for video work. Storage might also see a boost. While the 1TB internal SSD of the X2D was generous, the addition of video recording capabilities would quickly eat through that space. It would make sense for the Hasselblad X2D II to come equipped with a 2TB internal drive, ensuring ample storage for both massive still files and high bitrate video recordings. For photographers and videographers who spend long days in the field, this could be a game changer. In terms of design, Hasselblad is unlikely to veer away from their signature Scandinavian minimalism. The clean, functional aesthetic has become a hallmark of the brand. However, some ergonomic improvements would be welcome, especially a slightly larger, more comfortable hand grip to better support the heft of a medium-format body during extended shooting sessions. While all these potential upgrades sound exciting, it's important to keep our expectations realistic. Hasselblad operates in a niche segment of the market, focused primarily on delivering the highest possible still image quality rather than chasing every industry trend. Even if the Hasselblad X2D II introduces video features and faster autofocus, the brand's primary identity will almost certainly remain centered around unparalleled still photography performance. That said, the medium-format landscape has become much more competitive in recent years, particularly with Fujifilm pushing the envelope with their GFX series, offering faster performance and increasingly impressive video capabilities. Hasselblad cannot afford to ignore these developments. The Hasselblad X2D II needs to address the gaps highlighted by users of the original X2D while remaining true to the company's historic strengths. It's a delicate balance between evolution and tradition, but if anyone can strike it, it's Hasselblad. In summary, the Hasselblad X2D II, expected in June 2025, represents an important moment for the brand. Building on the strong foundation laid by the X2D the X2D II has the potential to fix the original shortcomings, improving autofocus, eliminating lag, adding video features, and boosting storage, all while maintaining the breathtaking 16-bit color depth and 100-megapixel excellence that photographers crave. If Hasselblad gets this right, the X2D II could become not just a worthy successor, but a landmark release in medium-format photography. So, what are you most excited to see in the new Hasselblad X2D II? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates as we get closer to the launch.